Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Nevada Wolfpack and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, focus is going to be essential. Play by play. He understands completely that they have a big opponent coming in here next week, top 25. But this opponent in front of them today is not to be taken lightly. He wants to make sure his players are looking at them and understanding they have quality players too, and not look ahead to next week. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. So Nevada's offense who will have the football first. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. More than 350 yards and a pair of scores in his last game. Run inside. It's Turner. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Dropping back, it's Vance. Right side, it's Brown. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Got rid of it just in time.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Unloads in the nick of time.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Nevada will be forced to punt. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And onto the field comes Will Henderson. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season, and through the first part of the season, he's toting the mail. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him.
They'll run him again. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Taylor wants to throw. Left side is Henderson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Quarterback changing the play. Second down to the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and woo, he took it.
Nevada way behind the sticks on this third down play. To the air, it's Vance. Look out! Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Rebels offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Drops back on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he gets it away.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Out wide right, it's Cunningham. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be 1st down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. A pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, it's Henderson. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Taylor wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Cunningham. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't block him where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Going over the top. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Straight ahead, it's Henderson. There's a crease. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He's got enough. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The extra point here would tie the game.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Pulls it, fired complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. Dropping back, it's Vance. Under pressure. And it's a sack.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
Leaves it in his belly. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on third and long, and they got nothing to show for it. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. Looks it in. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw one first. Rushes on. Just got rid of that one.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
And that was a play where maybe the big target was open quicker or sooner than the quarterback had anticipated, but it's still no excuse to throw the ball off your back leg. You got to chop up your steps, you got to get a good base, and you got to step into the throw.
Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. They're all over it. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Vance. Just gets rid of that one.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, you've got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. Because of that pass rush, that QB had no shot.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Turner. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Wants to throw again. Right down the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. This Nevada offense really has it going. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy, because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the...
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
They'll move the tight end. The fake wants to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on 1st down. It's 2nd in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the 1st, but it at least makes this 3rd down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Hits inside, it's Henderson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And with that last carry into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Finds his man. It's Cook. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Hey, guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive.
Oh, it's a fumble. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Taylor wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Cunningham. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Henderson. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Caught behind the line, it's Henderson. Oh, he's got it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. A great catch and run for 6. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. On the move and looking deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Changing the routes with his receiver. Tight end now in motion. Taylor wants to throw it. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rebels. His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total, as he now has 7 on the year. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. Goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, and boy, did they need a little breathing room. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick give, it's Jackson. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Middle Tennessee State taking on the number 13 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Blue Raiders with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach at the half. They are going to continue running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
He's changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Nice move to keep running. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. There he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. How about this defense taking one back to the house? These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
How about a game-changing play for this defense, stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Rush right in his face. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
The run inside. It's Jackson. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline. Players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong with a big lead. They're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. To the air, it's Knight. Turns it upfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Touchdown, Rebels! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question. Especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Play action on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. 2nd and long here. The ride. Sees an alley. Got enough for the 1st down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Rid of it on the RPO. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Shows him the stiff arm. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the back. Taken down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Splits the uprights. Good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the Rebels sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Plows his way ahead. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play fake. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Left side is Brown. Touchdown, Nevada! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he made the extra point without problem. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Straight ahead, it's Henderson. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. On play action. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. And the Rebels right after the huge play through the air back to the line. From the gun. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Henderson. He'll be dropped.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. To the air, it's Knight. Out wide left, it's Alexander. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. He'll send the tight end in motion. Got to make the play on 4th. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. And the Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's dropped after taking the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Got it behind the line. It's Matthews. Makes a catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Left side is Henderson. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Patterson. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. Long way to go on 2nd down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Wants to throw again. Look out. And down he goes. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Gets rid of it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Blue 22.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Out wide left, it's Cunningham. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate.